We're going to pick back up here on this Echo Weed Eater project. The 210i model. I got it running, and it was running wide open. Went back through and checked compression. Jack Collins said, hey, you need 110. It was hard to do with my gauge, but blowing a big old blister on my thumb. And so I decided to go back in here and pick up this one that was brand spanking new that I had bought a couple of years ago for a song and a dance. And it's a 220, let's see what we're at, 225 Echo. And yeah, I run it and I run it out of fuel. But it had the weed eater head on it. And so I didn't need the weed eater head out there with all that weight dangling on it. And then I took the head, of course, off of this one right here, which is part number dog 54048. And lo and behold, this end right here, they come off of this Echo 225. It was smaller diameter shaft, and inside was this sleeve. Now the sleeve was the one that was inside here. Remove that sleeve. Now my head here will actually fit on it. Now, I don't know if it's going to help anybody or not. So if you find a curb fine and stuff, look for this sleeve. You can see that dimple that's on there. The sleeve will go right up there to it. One-handed held right there. Now, this with the cord, which is not one of those that you have to slam on the ground. You put those braided cords in there. And this is what I wanted in lighter. Now, this head fits. Now, being one-handed, take my word for it. I'm not going to put this in the tripod. I've already had it on, and it fits perfect. So now I've got a trimmer head versus a edger head. I'll save that back. Now, I did not find a part number. It mics out exactly to this head. Same part number. A little bit different hardware mounting. Got 9mm screws versus the Torx head, but that right there needed the Torx head because of all the shock, I'm sure, from that blade. Let me just set this down here a minute. And yeah, the weight of this head right here is, I would say, probably about 6.5 pounds, maybe 5. But we'll save this back, put it on the floor for right now. Like I say, the steel outweighs all of these, even though it's still running. And I wanted this nice arc. So when I do mount it onto the handicap chair, as we started off this video with, that'll get done. I'll be able to handle this lighter weed eater with a shorter shaft. So once this thing's up and we get it mounted, we'll show you how Old Bear's Rod Shop ain't gonna let these bad knees and bad back get to me. And we'll try to put all this together once it's running and get her together. So hopefully this helps somebody, but do not trash these things because the heads are exactly the same. The 17mm on this head here, 17mm nut down there. Of course, they're left-hand threads. Remember, left-hand threads. Do not try to take them off. Yep, you'll be breaking something. And there's plenty of videos. You run a little right through that slot. Let's set her down here a minute. You find that hole right there and put you a pin in there. Yeah, she's turning. But there's plenty of videos out there. Plenty of videos. So now then I'm gonna get some of those braided Yeah, it's 100% humidity, fixing to rain. Wrapping up this Echo here, mounted onto the handicap chair, and a little four-wheel walk behind. Got her perfectly balanced. And this was the one that had the edger on it. I said trimmer, but it's the edger. Had to kick the shaft out to the side to make it work. It's the only one with a real small diameter rod that holds and closes the cable. So this will be a little bit, we won't call it West Virginia, but we'll call it some kind of redneck design. This is only a mock-up. Let's get around here a minute. Got a good swivel. Balanced really well. And I think this is going to work out. So as I walk along, I've got this old chair here to stabilize the old bear's knees. And we're going to see how this is going to work here, Joel. Probably a couple hours. It's awful wet out there right now. So we'll continue on with this old saga. Runs like a champ. And I think I might kick that around like that. All I got to do is just adjust that swivel down there. But yeah, it's got some bugs to work out. June 14th. And here's the handicap walker. And I'll get up a little bit closer videos here. But it's got some bugs to work out. Let's fire it up and see if this thing won't help this old handicap Papa Bear get some grass cut. Nobody wants to work anymore. And let's see how the old Echo does after redoing it. Got bungee cords down here. Kind of gives me a little bit of mobility. Don't want to stick my hand in here. I see a battery powered weed trimmer coming really quick. Yeah, like I say, it's got some bugs, but nobody wants to work anymore. I was talking to old Tom Canop over there at Hilltop Machine Works this morning. When I was 7 years old, I was throwing papers, I was mowing the yards, and in a good 6-day week, make 15 bucks. Nowadays, they want to work a couple hours. Well, if you can get them to show up. Want to work a couple hours for no less than 100, and half the time they don't even get around part of the house. So it's a shame. But anyhow, hope this helps somebody that's out there handicapped like myself. Now that big stuff I'll have to cut with bolt cutters, but you know, it's well balanced. And actually I need a rack and pinion across here because I still need the movement up and down. But then when I get tired, I got a place to sit down. All right, give me your comments, give me your opinions down there. I give up on that other Echo one, the 210, and this 225 has worked out really well. But I cannot hold up with these knees, and the dang sure will fall down if I try to get on some of them slopes. So let's get up here a little bit closer to it. You know, it's not a waste of time. I need this place trimmed up. my neighbors went ahead and started writing and complaining to the locals around here. But anyhow, it is what it is. And there's a channel over there called Pawpaw, P-A-W, P-A-W. He takes and makes some weird things. Yeah, they make a little walk behind wheel deal for that. I need the balance of the chair. And next project, of course, would be to mount it on that zero steer. Not this, but some kind of battery powered. So leave me your comments down below. And don't let this old bear handicap keep him down. He's got to keep going. We got lots of weed eating to do. They're getting up their biggest trees now. And I'm going to start dragging these cars out of here and knocking them down with the regular mower. All right, we're out of here for June the 14th on a Wednesday. And yeah, there's nothing rocket science about it. Got a few miscellaneous parts. That bracket is holding that hook on there. That's off an old Mercedes water line that goes over to one of the places there on the Mercedes. Done forgot now. And bungee cords kind of keep it from just moving around. And that's all I can say is we got to do and think outside the box when we get old and stuff. Like I say, I've got all kinds of weed trimming to get done, and constant rain here lately, and it's growing up. Give us a comment down below. Thanks to all those creators out there that have shown some things about these echoes and stuff that I learned from. And we're out of here. Come back and visit Bear's Rod Shop. Please hit that subscribe and like button if you like this as entertainment or if it's helped. We're out.